Good day, everyone. Gary Webb here, New Mexico. Thought I'd bring you along on a typical dog exercising day. It's been a pretty good while since I could take them out. We've had fires and it's been hot and dry, and it's finally got a little bit of showers around, kind of green things up, and hopefully there's enough water to keep the dogs cooled down. But anyhow, I thought I'd bring you along on a typical day. I'm taking the rear arm around on the So yeah, lion and bear hunting with hounds, horseback, the way I do it, is basically a lot of trail riding without the trail, and usually through some pretty crappy country with your dogs along. And when it gets super hot and there's no water around, the dogs can't cool off. It's pretty... You stand a pretty good chance of them getting heat stroke, and can kill dogs if they get too hot. If they don't have water to cool themselves down. So, and I've done that. So I'm try to be pretty careful when I take them. If they've got so much drive, some of them, that when they get on a scent, they just will not stop until they're completely zonked out. And even if you carry water along, they'll get so hot they won't drink it. You got to cool them off. And so anyhow, that's, you can go in hot weather, but you got to be able to cool them off, and water's really the only way you can do that. So, first day out in quite a while here. As with anything else, there's good houndsmen and not so good houndsmen. Unfortunately, like anything else, the not so good ones kind of give all of us a bad name. I would say of the stuff these dogs treat, probably maybe 70% of it's let loose, unharmed. A small percentage is actually killed. And the true houndsman is really more interested in watching the dogs work a difficult track and interacting with their dogs. And yeah, you got to be able to catch them if you're gonna be an outfitter for this. Yeah, you got to be good at it and, you know, be successful, or nobody's gonna want to hunt with you. But that's not the reason the good hunters go out. It's because they love it. And fact is, if you ride up on a mountain lion, per se, the family pet could tree it. You know, it doesn't take a special dog if you ride up on one, or you find where a lion's killed something and they happen to be there. It's not a big trick. The proof is in the pudding when you don't have a new scent to go on, and you gotta rely on your dogs to get interested in the scent and work a really difficult deal. That's the real challenge here, and the fun of it. And a lot of people ask what the difference between lion and bear hunting is, and the difference is, on a bear scent, them dogs are gone. You know, it's strong, they're dealing with a lot newer scent, and they're gone, you know, in a matter of a couple of minutes. Whereas lion hunting, you're usually dealing with older scent, you know, anywhere from brand new to 12, 24, you know, sometimes they can trail stuff several days old. And it's slower, and you can kind of stay with them and watch what they're doing. So that's the main difference between the two. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about. We got a little bit of water from some recent rains. And this way the dogs can get a drink, cool off, and you can pack water on a pack mule and help them out some, but it's, if they get after a bear or fresh lion deal, they're not going to stop long enough for you to give them a drink. So it's a godsend when you have a little bit of water around for the dogs here. Popping out of the bottom here. Not too far from my house. You can see the views I get to look at every day I go out. Probably one of the reasons why I like to do this. You can see way, I don't know if you can make it out way in the distance. We still got a fire going over there, and probably will have until we get sufficient rain to put it out. So I think I understand this is kind of a controversial type of hunting, and probably pretty misunderstood type of hunting. Come on, dogs, let's go. You know, a lot of people think you just get you some hound dogs, such as these guys back here, take them out, follow them to a tree. Spec's gonna add her 2 cents here, but the fact is, it's way more involved than that. It takes years sometimes to get a dog where they'll actually trail a lion scent, a faint lion scent. Some of them never do figure it out. You got to realize the difference between this and people that hunt coons. You know, you can go out, I guess, I've never done it, but I guess you can go out and dogs can tree, you know, half a dozen coon or more in a night. Whereas with this style of hunting, I could make, you know, for a week, I could ride 15, 20 miles every day, and in a week's time, I might find one track, one scent that the dogs can actually smell and do something with. And it's not because they're, you know, rare or going extinct. It's just the nature of a mountain lion. They're the top predator. They're not built to be everywhere. Hey, Shiner, what are you doing, Shiner? They don't tolerate each other, and so it's a very difficult thing to do. And yeah, actually, that fire looks like it's kicking up pretty good over there. And to be completely honest, it's probably the biggest thing is it's probably just a reason for me to get out, ride through these mountains, be with my dogs, hang out, pet them when they do a good job. Anyhow, we haven't found nothing yet today. We'll keep looking, and we'll probably just ride into the house. I'm fortunate that the wilderness boundary isn't but 500 yards from my house. So yeah, just when I didn't think they were gonna find anything, they threw their heads up and sailed down this canyon. believe got something down here. We'll go try to see if we can figure out what they got. Probably a bear, I'm pretty sure. We'll go see. Hard to make out. We got a bear there. Good dogs. Good boy, Beans. Good dogs. Good dogs. So we'll give them a few pats. Some congrats. And get out of here. Huh, 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 huh. Huh, huh. Yeah, I think we got them all called. Yeah, it's certainly warmed up, probably about 85 maybe out there today. Working our way, we're just going to ride into the house. Really the hard truth is, until mankind is eliminated from this planet Earth, wildlife's gonna have to be managed and controlled. That's just the hard, cold facts. Beginning with mice and rats in your barn, house, streets of New York City, all the way on up to brown bears. It's the level of it can definitely be debated, and certainly managers don't always do the right thing, but I just wished everybody could experience what I've got to experience following my hounds around. And they'll take you into places you would never go otherwise. I mean, it's just kind of indescribable, the country you see out here. And so yeah, we're making our way off this kind of rocky hillside. Kind of got a trail coming out from my house. It's off down the way in the distance. And hopefully this was a educational intro into big game hunting with hounds. I'm sure we'll be bringing you on a lot of different hunting adventures that we do. So you guys have a great day. Till the next time. Adios.